Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and another Destiny 2 Witch Cream video. It is Xur Day, Friday, April 1st, 2022, and Xur is back on Nessus. So we're going to spawn in to the Watcher's Grave. We're going to see what Xur has for us today. Once again, thanks for watching, my Guardians. This is Friday, a Xur Day, where Xur shows up in one of 3 locations. This week, he's on Nessus. So, my Guardians, let's head over here and let's see what Xur has for us today. Happy Friday, my Guardians, and let's get started. Xur has some amazing rolls this week. Let's start off with 2 random rolls, one for the Hawkmoon and one for the Dead Man's Tale. First off, for the Hawkmoon, we have the Smallborn for increased range and stability. We also have Alloy Magazine for a little bit faster reload, Hip Fire Grip, which is always good, and Polymer Grip, making this a pretty nice roll for the Hawkmoon hand cannon. If you don't have the Hawkmoon, pick it up and add it to your collection. Next up, the Dead Man's Tale. Now, the Dead Man's Tale has some pretty nice rolls on it this week. We have Smallborn, which is good for increased range and stability. It's always nice. We also have Armor Piercing Rounds, which is pretty good. We also increase a little bit of range. Substance, partially reload your magazine from reserve after you defeat enemy, and composite stock, making this a pretty fantastic roll for the Dead Man's Tale. If you don't have the Dead Man's Tale, I would definitely pick this one up and add it to your collection. And as always, we have returning the illustrious, the luminous, exotic, and Graham. The weapon of the week is none other than the Tractor Cannon Shotgun. Comes with the intrinsic perk called Repulsor Force. This weapon emits a powerful impulse that pushes enemies away, suppresses their abilities, and makes them more vulnerable to all incoming damage. We also have Extended Barrel, we have Particle Repeater for a little bit more stability, and we also have the trait called the Scientific Method. Damaging an opponent temporarily increases speed and handling. And last but not least, Composite Stock. So yeah, this is a good one. Matter of fact, this is an excellent one for PvE and for PvP. There's nothing like booping an enemy or booping a Guardian in PvP. Excellent, add it to your collection. Next up, the OATHKEEPER's Gauntlets Exotic Gauntlets 4. The Hunter class comes with an intrinsic perk called Adamantium Brace. Bow's charge can be held indefinitely, which means if you was in PvP and you saw a nice light coming your way and it wasn't a sniper and you got hit and you die a little bit later, it's probably from a poison arrow bow, and you're probably using the Oathkeepers. Pick it up, add it to your collection. Next up, we have the Helm of Saint 14. Exotic helmet for the Titan class comes with an intrinsic perk called Starless Night. Targets that enter the Ward of Dawn are blinded. While analyze that pass for it, well, they're going to gain a Void Overshield. Guarding with the Sentinel Shield also blind nearby targets. Which means if you see somebody pop one of these bubbles inside of PvP and they got the Helm of Saint 14, you should not enter it, or you're probably going to get insta-kill. Last but not least, we have the Controverse Hole Exotic Gauntlets for the Warlock class. And this one comes with the intrinsic perk called Chaotic Exchanger. Resist incoming damage while charging your Void Grenade, and charge Void Grenades return grenade energy on a hit. And since we have Void 3.0, the Controverse Hole is definitely one that you want to pick up. Add this bad boy to your collection. Now for our legendary weapons, we have the Gnawing Hunger 600 RPM adaptive frame. This auto rifle also comes with diagonal rifling and corkscrew rifling, so you always want a little bit more range, but stability doesn't hurt. Tactical mag and alloyed mag, and we have Zen Moment, excellent for this, and Rampage, making this a pretty freaking phenomenal roll for the Gnawing Hunger, and a Handling Masterwork, making this a pretty good roll. Not a god roll, but it's phenomenal, and if you don't have a good roll, I would definitely pick this up and add it to your collection. Next up, we have one that doesn't turn up too often, the Death Adder Submachine Gun. 900 RPM lightweight, which means you have some pretty good handling and you move faster with this weapon. You also have Arrowhead Break and Corkscrew Rifling, so you definitely want a little bit more range and stability, which is pretty sweet that we have that trait. We also have a Pendant Mag and Flared Magwell, so keep it on Flared Magwell and rock it out with that and you have some pretty nice ability and range. We also have Dynamic Speed Reduction, which is pretty cool. When we continually hold down the trigger, you want to get more accuracy and stability, but we have Eye of the Storm, definitely a PvE perk. Okay, but we have Stability Masterwork, making this a pretty phenomenal roll, and it should still be excellent in PvE and in PvP. Next up, we have the Extraordinary Rendition, another submachine gun. This one's going to be an aggressive frame, 750 RPM, high damage, high recoil, but we have a Stability Masterwork, which is good. You have full-born and small-born, which is excellent because the stability is horrible. That's definitely going to help. Appended magazine and flared magwell for just a smidge more stability, making this decent. Firmly planted, which is good, and one for all, which is definitely a PvE trade and not a better one. Very situational, making this a subpar roll. But if you're still looking for a 750, well, this one is definitely one I would pick up, but only if you're looking for a 750. Alright, next up we have the Wishbringer shotgun. Rapid fire, which means you're going to fire in full auto, 140 RPM with rifle barrel, so it's already starting off good. Definitely want a little bit more range on this. We have small bore, which is nice. Okay, so we have a little bit more stability and handling. Accurized rounds, and we have steady rounds, so you definitely want to roll with the range. Excellent so far. Slide shot, sliding partially. Reloads his weapon, means it's excellent in PvE and in PvP. And snapshots, faster time to aim down the sights. And last but not least, we do have a range masterwork, making this pretty much a god roll. So yeah, Xur has a god roll this week, and it is the Wishbringer shotgun. Next up, we have another shotgun, the a.k.a. SG version 1.0.2. 140 rapid fire frame, which is going to fire in full auto. We have extended barrel and full bore, so you always want a little bit more range. Tactical magazine and accurized rounds, so we have a little bit extra more range. Moving target, increased movement speed and target acquisition when you are aiming down the sights, and disruption break, which is a total PvE mode. Yeah, we're going to just roll with this. It's a PvE mode weapon right here. With the handling masterwork, should be good in PvE, but in PvP, maybe not so much. But definitely pick it up if you need this shotgun. Just saying, PvE roll. Next up, we have the Temptation Hook Sword. This is going to be a really good caster frame. If you're looking for one, this one should be pretty decent. Let's go over these traits on this bad boy. We have Hone Edge and Hungry Edge, so I definitely want to roll with Hone Edge for more sword damage. Temper Edge, Burst Guard, Enduring Guard. We have Energy Transfer and Vorpal Weapon, which is excellent for caster frames. So this one is definitely kind of a hybrid roll because Vorpal Weapon is excellent in PvE and in PvP. You know, just make sure you take down Guardians with this, with the caster frame with R2, and you pretty much are good to go. This is going to be good in PvE and in PvP, but it's definitely not a god roll. Last but not least, the Swarm. This high impact frame, 360 RPM, hits like a truck. We got chamber compensator and hammer force rifling, so we got a lot of range on this, which is really good. We also have accurized rounds, which is going to give us even more range, and flared magwell, so I would definitely keep it right there with accurized round. Dynamic sway reduction definitely is excellent, and Dragonfly, which is totally a PvE roll, but it's still good with the reload. Yeah, this one is going to be totally a PvE roll, but it still should be good in PvP, and I would definitely pick this up. I personally picked this one up because I don't have a roll like that. So next up, we have our armor, and it is horrible. All the rolls are 48, so I don't know if it's bugged out or not, but this set absolutely looks putrid in my opinion, so I wouldn't even suggest picking this one up even for transmog. So hard pass on the legendary armor, but everything else, Xur absolutely has some pretty phenomenal stuff this week, if I don't say so myself. So once again, happy Friday, my Guardians. We had a pretty nice time. I hope you did, and thanks for watching. As always, my Guardians, I'll be back next Tuesday for another live stream. I'll see you then, and as always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.